will do battle with the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Cousins now to throw on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Tre'Davious White. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And now before... this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
He's gone over 1,000 yards 5 times in his career, but he's at the 30-year-old mark, and there's a lot of concern about running backs over the age of 30.
5 yards or better per carry in each of his first 8 seasons. Now past 30, we'll see if that trend can continue. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Tanner Vallejo in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Zay Jones, a 2nd-round pick from East Carolina. Some thought could have been a 1st-round pick from East Carolina.
High-volume guy at East Carolina. I mean, the big-time catch, 158 of them in 2016. And he's an NFL legacy. His father, a long-time linebacker in the league.
Peterman. Floating one, incomplete. Matthews unable to hang on. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Peterman. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Colton Schmidt, 4th-year man from UC Davis, on to punt it away. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And able to get this across the 20 before going. They're down to 1 remaining. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Both Sanders and his running mate, Demaryius Thomas, have been over 1,000 yards each the last 3 seasons. Demaryius Thomas takes care of a lot of stuff downfield. Emmanuel Sanders likes to work inside the margins.
Great compliment for each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they work very well together.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Second down, Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Scott Crichton in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Off the play fake, Cousins. On the move to his, and he's going to go down again. Scott Crichton in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I tell you, I thought either the scoreboard was wrong or I was wrong or both. But that was an attempt for a field goal on third down, and it was no good as well.
And I'm trying to wrap with little brain.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. And you know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. First down, here's Cousins. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
So that'll back him up 5. Now Cousins. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They face a completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Jamal Charles. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Throwing now, Peterman on first down. His throw incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Again, it's Peterman. Caught on the right side by Jones. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Charles. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
2nd and 10. Peterman again. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now. Let's go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the 3rd down. For McCoy, in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole, but the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, it's Charles again. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Cousins to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now Peterman. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To throw is Peterman. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jake Butt with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will extend their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Hey, flipper.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for second down. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And this will be taken at the 13. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They begin the drive with Charles. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Green. Leopard.
They'll throw on first down with Peterman. He'll be brought goes. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And an alley to run. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 82 yards. And the Bills add on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a second down throw for Cousins. They'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Zebra. Wide. Bring up. Zebra. First. Check. Crunch.
Cousins on first down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Gary Barnidge, a Pro Bowler at the age of 30. What do you have, 1,000-yard season that year, 2014?
Yep.
Got let go by Cleveland recently after the draft. David Njoku drafted out of Miami, really to take his place.
And his production last year, it wasn't awful by any means, but it had dipped down to around the 600-yard mark.
And Gary Barnidge, one of the nicest guys in the league. He had just sent out a message on social media welcoming David Njoku to Cleveland, and the Browns let him go the next day.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins now. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Again, it's Cousins. That is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Peterman. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Peterman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Denver getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second down, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on?
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And Billings, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The first throw for the backup Lynch. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Andrew Billings in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Lynch now work to do, certainly, after that sack. This is 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Try and sneak this. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Well, he gave it a shot, quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on third down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Play action. Now Peterman. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shane Ray coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves them with work to do. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Peterman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing. No pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they force them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal? Spent the last 6 years as the kicker for the Seattle Seahawks, place where they called him House Money. Now in Buffalo. Conditions somewhat similar, I would say, between Seattle and Buffalo.
Well, Seattle, you get a lot of rain. Buffalo, when the season gets a little later, you get a lot of cold weather.
A lot of cold weather, maybe even a little bit of snow.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now Lynch to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Lynch. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now Lynch going to give to Charles. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
3rd and 2. Now Lynch. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Lynch connecting with Sanders, and the Broncos convert. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Lynch. Going underneath for Charles. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Here we go now.
They go back to the ground now with Charles. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit. Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Shamarko Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Peterman on 2nd down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. He's going to air it out deep for Matthew. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
To throw is Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Detroit! Here we go. Now, look at 56.
As they've done all day, they run with Charles. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. And look at this. He's going to keep it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The first of the career for Tre'Davious White. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd down, Peterman. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go.
They go play action now. Peterman shedding through the defense. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll try and run this sweep to McCoy. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone.
Hurry up, here we go.
This give is to McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, I think.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Bills, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders.